goals? Have you ever wondered if you're truly living a meaningful life or simply chasing one task after another, only to find yourself exhausted and unfulfilled? Stoicism offers a different perspective. Instead of striving for lofty, distant goals, what if we focused on simpler, deeper intentions that help us live more mindfully, build resilience, and find balance in every action? Let's explore 8 essential goals to transform your life in 25. Stick with me till the end of this video. You won't want to miss the powerful insights that could change the way you approach the year ahead. 1. Focus on fitness, nutrition, and quality rest. Have you ever woken up feeling like your body is just dragging, like it's holding on to the weight of yesterday? That tired, drained feeling, whether it's physical or mental, is more than just exhaustion. It's a signal from your body telling you that it's time to take care of it. But in the hustle and bustle of life, it's so easy to overlook the most important thing: our health. We rush from one task to the next, constantly pushing ourselves without considering the toll it's taking on our bodies and minds. How can we chase dreams, build resilience, or face challenges with strength if our own body refuses to cooperate? Stoicism teaches us something incredibly powerful. Our body isn't just a tool, it's a gift, one that deserves respect and care. It's easy to forget that in the pursuit of everything else, but when we honor our health, it becomes a foundation for everything else in life. And when we neglect it, the consequences extend beyond just physical discomfort. Neglecting your health drains your energy, affects your mindset. These little acts don't just strengthen your body, but also nourish your soul, reminding you that you're alive, that you're vibrant, and that you matter. Next, nutrition plays a huge role. The food we eat doesn't just fuel our bodies, it sends a message to ourselves about how much we care. Think about it. Instead of grabbing whatever's quickest and easiest, take a moment to prepare something nourishing, like a fresh salad, a piece of grilled fish, or an apple. These small, mindful decisions aren't just about fueling your body for the day. They're an act of self-respect, a reminder that you're worth the effort. Savor the food slowly, enjoy the flavors, and feel the satisfaction of nurturing your body with every bite. And then there's sleep, something we often overlook in the rush to achieve more. We stay up late, work endlessly, and wonder why we feel drained. But sleep isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Imagine a warm, quiet room where you can leave the chaos of the day behind and simply let your body restore itself. A good night's sleep clears your mind, rejuvenates your spirit, and prepares you for the day ahead. It's not just about resting your body, it's about preparing for a new day with clarity and focus. These small habits, the gentle movement, the mindful eating, the restful sleep, don't just improve your health. They're about building a foundation of self-respect. They help you nurture the mind-body connection, making you more resilient and prepared for whatever comes your way. Remember, health is a journey, not a race. Each step you take today brings you closer to a healthier tomorrow. You don't need to aim for perfection, just progress. Because the truth is, living a life of health is not about surviving, it's about thriving. And when you nurture your body, you set the stage for all your other aspirations to flourish. 2. Pursue lifelong learning and growth. Have you ever felt like you've reached a point where everything starts to feel a little too familiar? Like your mind is no longer expanding and you're just going through the motions? It's easy to fall into a routine where we stop challenging ourselves, where learning becomes a thing of the past, something we did when we were younger or in school. But here's a question to think about. What would happen if you kept learning every day, no matter your age or stage in life? Lifelong learning is a gift that keeps on giving, and it doesn't require grand accomplishments or degrees. It's about the small, daily steps that keep our minds sharp and our lives full of possibilities. Just like a river that constantly flows, knowledge renews us and helps us grow. Imagine your life as that river, always flowing and expanding as you learn new things. The moment we stop learning, it's like the river starts to dry up, leaving us stuck in place, stagnant. Stoicism reminds us that learning is not just a pursuit, it's a way of living. As Seneca wisely said, As long as you live, keep learning how to live. And that's the key. Life is constantly teaching us, but we need to be open and willing to learn. Learning doesn't have to be about big moments of achievement or prestigious awards. It's more about the small, consistent actions you take every day. Set aside a few minutes each morning to read a chapter from a book, or listen to a podcast that expands your knowledge. Practice truly listening to others, letting their words sink in and learning from their experiences. Growth doesn't always come from mastering something overnight. It's the accumulation of tiny steps over time that lead to remarkable transformations. Think about this. If you commit to learning one new skill every quarter, by the end of the year, you'll have 4 new abilities that can change the way you live and interact with the world. It doesn't have to be monumental. It just needs to be something you genuinely care about. Learning is freedom. It unlocks doors to new opportunities and breaks down the walls of ignorance. When you learn to manage your time better, you'll no longer feel overwhelmed by life's constant demands. When you learn how to regulate your emotions, you won't be at the mercy of every fleeting feeling. Knowledge doesn't just empower us, it liberates us. But here's the thing. Don't expect immediate mastery. The first steps might feel awkward or slow, and that's okay. Nobody starts off as an expert. The key is to embrace the process, not the end result. Even when you stumble or make mistakes, remember that mistakes are simply opportunities to learn. Every misstep is part of the journey, and each mistake teaches you something valuable. The beauty of lifelong learning is that it never ends. Every day offers a chance to discover something new, to grow in ways you never imagined. Learning is an act of liberation, and as you deepen your understanding, you'll find that you're not just enriching your own life. You're also becoming a more engaged, insightful member of the world around you. So start today. Whether it's picking up a book, enrolling in an online course, or simply being curious about something new, take that first step, because the journey of lifelong learning is a journey of growth, and it's the one thing that can never be taken away from you. And as you continue to learn, you'll start to see the world in a whole new way. With each new skill, each new piece of knowledge, you'll find yourself unlocking new possibilities, new perspectives, and a deeper connection to the people in the world around you. It's a path that leads to true freedom, the freedom to grow, to evolve, and to become the best version of yourself. And remember, the more you learn, the more you realize just how much more there is to discover. So keep learning, keep growing, and let life teach you. 3. Build and strengthen key relationships. Have you ever found yourself surrounded by people, family, friends, colleagues, yet still feeling a sense of loneliness, like there's an invisible wall between you and the world around you? It's so easy to get lost in the rush of daily life, focusing on work, responsibilities, and personal ambitions, that we forget to nurture the relationships that truly matter. The conversations with your parents become rushed. The catch-ups with friends happen less often, and even the connections with coworkers turn into formal exchanges. It's as if the bonds that once felt so natural slowly fade away without us even realizing it. And before we know it, we're left with an emptiness that no amount of work or success can fill. Stoicism teaches us something incredibly powerful. We weren't made to live in isolation. Marcus Aurelius said, "Men exist for the sake of one another. Teach them or endure them." Relationships, the genuine, authentic ones, are the source of meaning in life. They help us through challenges, lift us up when we fall, and bring joy in the moments of celebration. But just like anything valuable, they don't grow on their own. Relationships require effort, intention, and care. Think of them like plants in a garden. If you don't water them, they wither. If you don't nurture them, they fade. So how do we build and strengthen these key relationships? It starts with listening, and not just hearing the words that are being said, but truly understanding the feelings and thoughts behind them. How often do we listen just enough to respond rather than really being present? True listening means putting away distractions, looking the other person in the eye, and being fully engaged. When you listen with your heart, you create a space where deeper connections can flourish. Another simple yet powerful act is expressing gratitude. How often do you thank the people who matter most to you? A quick text to a friend, telling them you appreciate their support, or a heartfelt thank you to a colleague for their help, can make all the difference. Gratitude is like sunlight. It nourishes relationships and makes them grow. We often assume people know how we feel, but taking a moment to express your appreciation can strengthen the bond between you. In today's fast-paced world, time is one of the most precious things you can give someone. A hurried message or a brief hello doesn't carry the same weight as sitting down with someone and really spending time with them. It's the shared meals, the spontaneous phone calls, the little gestures of kindness that keep relationships strong. So, make time for the people who matter. Whether it's a family dinner, a weekend trip with friends, or even a quick coffee with a colleague, these moments of connection can create memories that last a lifetime. But relationships also require forgiveness. None of us are perfect. We all make mistakes, and sometimes we need to forgive. Not just others, but ourselves too. Letting go of grudges doesn't just set the other person free, it liberates you as well. When you hold on to resentment, it's like carrying a heavy weight that only drags you down. But when you forgive, you free yourself to move forward. And then there's the most important part, taking action. It's easy to think about being a good friend, a devoted partner, or a reliable colleague, but actions speak louder than words. Don't just think about it, be it. Start with small, consistent actions that show you care. It could be offering help when someone needs it, making the effort to reach out, or simply being there when you're needed most. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one." Don't wait for the perfect moment to strengthen your relationships. Start today with small acts of kindness, attention, and love. By taking the time to build and nurture your relationships, you're investing in the very foundation of a meaningful life. Relationships bring joy, support, and a sense of belonging. When they are healthy, they give us the strength to face life's challenges with confidence. And in turn, the love and connection we share with others enriches not just our own lives, but also the lives of everyone around us. As you move forward, remember, the most important achievements in life aren't found in the things we collect or the goals we accomplish, but in the people we love and the bonds we create. So make time for the ones who matter, nourish those relationships, and watch as they grow into a source of deep fulfillment and joy. 4. Set clear goals for career success. Have you ever felt like your career is just moving forward without any real direction? Maybe you're putting in the hours, but something feels off, like you're busy but not truly progressing. The truth is, without clear goals, it's easy to get lost in the noise of daily tasks, falling into the trap of just checking off boxes instead of building something meaningful. What if, instead of just focusing on survival, you started thinking about your career as a journey with a purpose, something that aligns with who you truly want to become and what you genuinely want to achieve? Your career is not just about punching in and out of work. It's about devoting a large part of your life to something that reflects your values, your passions, and your desire to contribute. In Stoicism, we're reminded that what we control are our thoughts and actions, and the direction we take in life is ultimately shaped by these choices. As Epictetus wisely said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." So what does your career truly mean to you? What is the deeper reason behind the work you do? These questions are important because they help you set clear goals that will guide you through the ambiguity and uncertainty that can often accompany professional life. When you define your purpose, your career starts to take on a new dimension. It becomes more than just a way to earn money. It becomes a path of expression where every project, every task, and every interaction serves to move you closer to who you are becoming. Instead of feeling like you're just pushing papers or meeting deadlines, you start seeing every effort as a step toward your larger vision. This is where clarity comes in. When you know what you truly want, your choices become sharper. Even the smallest actions, like learning a new skill or reaching out to a new connection, add up and compound, leading you toward the success you've envisioned. But here's where it gets tricky. Success doesn't always come in big leaps. It's easy to think that in order to be successful, you need to achieve everything right away, to conquer every challenge in one go. But that's not the way it works. Success is a process, and each day is an opportunity to move just a little bit closer to your ultimate goals. Start by breaking down your larger career goals into smaller, more manageable steps. Want to switch careers? Break it down into learning a new skill or researching potential industries. Want to get promoted? Focus on improving specific skills, gaining experience, or expanding your network. The key is consistency. Think about it this way. A career is like a river. It doesn't move in a straight line. It bends, it curves, and sometimes it feels like it's not moving at all. But just like water carving its way through stone, steady effort over time will carve out your success. So don't rush. Don't feel pressured to accomplish everything at once. Instead, embrace the small, deliberate actions that will eventually lead to big change. You might not see the results immediately, but that doesn't mean you're not making progress. Remember, progress is progress, no matter how small the step. It's also important to learn to let go of what no longer serves you. Life is too short to waste energy on things that don't align with your purpose. If a job drains your energy, if a project no longer excites you, or if a relationship at work is holding you back, it's okay to step away. Letting go frees up space for what truly matters. Just as you clear clutter from your home to make room for what's useful, clearing the unnecessary from your career gives you more time and energy to focus on what really aligns with your values and long-term goals. When you set clear, intentional goals, your career becomes a meaningful journey, not just a job you do to survive. It's about living with purpose in everything you do and knowing that each step, no matter how small, is a part of a bigger picture. This clarity of purpose will keep you motivated even on days when the going gets tough. And when you look back, you'll realize that success wasn't just about achieving your career goals. It was about the person you became along the way. So start today. Ask your ideal, who do you want to become in your career? Then take the first step toward making that vision a reality. Your journey begins with a single action, and that action is more important than you might think. 5. Save, budget, and invest smartly. Have you ever been caught off guard by an unexpected expense, like a sudden medical bill or an emergency car repair, and found yourself scrambling to cover it? It's easy to think that things will always be fine, that we can just deal with whatever comes our way, but the truth is life is unpredictable. Financial stability is not just about earning money, it's about being prepared, about building a foundation that can weather any storm. Imagine being in a position where you don't have to worry about money constantly, where you feel secure and free, knowing you have the resources to handle whatever comes your way. The first step toward this kind of financial freedom is saving. But saving isn't just about putting money aside for a rainy day. It's about creating a safety net that protects you from the inevitable surprises life throws your way. Think of it like a sturdy umbrella. You may not need it every day, but when the storm hits, it's there to shield you. A savings fund isn't just a number in your bank account. It's peace of mind. Knowing that you have something to fall back on when things get tough gives you the freedom to live without constant worry. But saving alone isn't enough. Budgeting is the next crucial step. Without a plan for how you're spending your money, it's too easy to let things slip through the cracks. Have you ever looked at your bank statement at the end of the month and wondered where all your money went? Budgeting helps you regain control over your finances, giving you a clear picture of where your money is going and whether it's being spent on things that really matter to you. It's not about being cheap or restricting yourself, but rather about being mindful of your choices. When you budget wisely, you align your spending with your values. You prioritize what's important and ensure that your money supports the life you want to live. Once you have a handle on saving and budgeting, the next step is investing. This is where things start to get exciting. Investing is not about gambling or taking risky chances. It's about making your money work for you. Whether you're putting your money into stocks, real estate, or even into yourself through further education or skills, investing is a way to build wealth over time. It's like planting seeds for your future. At first, the seeds might not look like much, but over time, with patience and care, they grow into something that provides long-term stability and opportunities. Investing smartly means understanding that wealth isn't built overnight. It's the result of small, consistent decisions that compound over time. Imagine if you invested just a small percentage of your income every month into a retirement fund or into a portfolio that suits your risk tolerance. Over the years, those investments will grow, giving you a financial cushion that allows you to live more freely and with less stress. But remember, it's not about instant gratification. Investing is about long-term thinking. The earlier you start, the more time you give your money to grow, and the more options you'll have down the road. The key here is balance. It's not about either saving or spending. It's about finding a way to do both in a way that supports your lifestyle and your future. You want to enjoy today while also preparing for tomorrow. Financial discipline is what allows you to make those small sacrifices today in order to enjoy greater freedom later on. It's a process that requires patience, mindfulness, and a willingness to make smart decisions. And as you start to build a solid financial foundation, you'll notice that money no longer holds the same power over you. Instead of constantly worrying about running out, you'll find that it becomes a tool that helps you live more freely. In Stoic philosophy, self-mastery is a central concept. Managing your finances wisely is a form of that self-mastery. When you make the effort to save, budget, and invest with intention, you take control of your financial future and reduce the anxiety that often comes with money. You give yourself the freedom to focus on what really matters: your family, your passions, and your growth. Remember, wealth isn't just about accumulating money. It's about gaining the freedom to live the life you want. And when you manage your finances smartly, you set yourself up for not only financial stability, but also a life of greater purpose and peace. Start today. Even small steps, like setting up a savings account or reviewing your budget, can make a huge difference over time. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. And each step you take brings you closer to the financial freedom that will allow you to live a life with less stress and more possibilities. 6. Give back through acts of service. Have you ever paused for a moment and thought about the impact you're having on the world around you? It's so easy to get caught up in the hustle of our daily lives, focusing on our own needs, dreams, and struggles, that we forget to consider the bigger picture. But what if true fulfillment in life doesn't come from constantly pursuing more for ourselves, but from giving back to others? What if the real power lies in the small, everyday acts of kindness and service that ripple out into the world, creating a legacy that goes far beyond personal achievements? The truth is, giving isn't just about selflessness. It's a journey of self-improvement. When you extend a helping hand to someone in need, it's not just their life you're impacting. You're also enriching your own. In Stoic philosophy, Marcus Aurelius once said, "What is your vocation? To be a good person." Being a good person isn't about avoiding mistakes or merely following rules. It's about actively bringing light into the world, offering your time, your energy, or even your resources to help others. Giving is a way to step outside of yourself and become part of something bigger, something that transcends personal gain. The beauty of giving lies in its simplicity. You don't need to wait for a grand occasion or a major event to offer help. Small, everyday acts of kindness can make a world of difference. It could be something as simple as spending an afternoon volunteering at a local charity, sharing a meal with someone who's struggling, or even just offering a kind word to a friend who's going through a tough time. These acts don't just help others, they nurture your own soul. They remind you that life is about connection, compassion, and community. Service also goes beyond just helping others in times of need. It's about making a habit of caring for the people around you, whether it's through supporting a colleague at work, being there for a friend during difficult moments, or even helping a neighbor with their groceries. These acts may seem small, but their impact is profound. They strengthen the bonds between people, fostering a sense of shared humanity. In a world that can often feel isolating, service is a way to reconnect, to remind ourselves that we are all part of a greater whole, and that our actions, no matter how small, have the power to make someone's day brighter. At its core, giving is not a one-time action, it's a mindset. It's about approaching the world with the understanding that we're here not just to live for ourselves, but to create value for others. Whether it's through volunteering, offering a listening ear, donating to a cause you believe in, or even just showing empathy to someone who's struggling, Each act of service leaves a mark, on both the recipient and on you. The more you give, the more you realize how deeply connected we all are. And the more you give, the more you grow. Service opens your heart and deepens your sense of purpose. One of the most beautiful aspects of giving is that it's not just about making someone else's life better. It also makes your own life richer. When you give, you experience a deep sense of fulfillment, knowing that you've made a difference, however small, in the lives of others. And here's the thing, the more you give, the more you start to realize that it's not about the material things we accumulate, but the connections we create. It's not about how much you have, but how much you share. Giving helps you step outside the cycle of consumption and materialism and focus on what truly matters: human connection. Giving back isn't a burden, it's a privilege. It's an opportunity to engage with the world in a meaningful way, to contribute to the greater good, and to leave a legacy that lasts far beyond the tangible things we build. And it doesn't require you to be wealthy or famous. It only requires a willing heart, a spirit of generosity, and a desire to make the world a little brighter. So take a moment today to think about how you can give back. Whether it's through your time, your skills, or simply your presence, you have the power to make a difference. Start small, but start today. Acts of service don't need to be grand gestures. They just need to come from the heart. And as you begin to serve others, you'll find that you're not just giving, you're receiving as well, in ways you may never have expected. In the end, it's through service that we find our true purpose. 7. Find joy in relaxing activities. In the fast pace of today's world, it's easy to get caught in the constant rush, always moving from one task to the next, never truly stopping. But here's something to consider. When was the last time you just took a moment to breathe and relax? It's so easy to think that relaxation is something we only deserve after we've worked hard enough. But what if relaxation isn't a luxury, but a necessity? What if finding moments of peace and joy in our daily lives is the key to maintaining balance and mental clarity? Relaxation is not about escaping life. It's about embracing the present and recharging so that we can live more fully. Stoicism reminds us that no balance can endure without moments of pause. Imagine an over-tightened string on a musical instrument. It can't produce a beautiful sound, and eventually it will snap. The same goes for us. Without time to relax, our minds and bodies begin to wear down, and we lose the ability to enjoy life's simple pleasures. When we allow ourselves the time to rest, we give our minds the space to recalibrate, to refresh, and to start again with a clearer perspective. The truth is, relaxation is an act of self-care. It's the quiet moments where we stop doing and simply exist. But it's not always easy to slow down. We live in a world where productivity is constantly pushed, and we often feel guilty for not doing more. But what if we reframed relaxation as a form of productivity? Not in the traditional sense, but as something that nourishes our soul and helps us return to our tasks with renewed energy and focus? When we embrace relaxation, we're not being lazy, we're taking care of our mental and emotional health, which in turn makes us more effective and present in everything else we do. So, how can we cultivate joy in our moments of relaxation? Start small. It could be something as simple as reading a book that transports you to another world, or spending time in nature, feeling the breeze on your skin, or watching the sunlight filter through the trees. These little activities don't require much time or effort, but they hold the power to restore our inner peace. Relaxation is about being present in the moment, whether that means savoring a cup of tea, listening to your favorite music, or simply sitting in stillness and letting your thoughts come and go without judgment. Another way to find joy and relaxation is through creative activities. Maybe you've never considered yourself artistic, but that's not the point. The goal is to engage in something that allows you to express yourself without pressure, like painting, writing, or even tending to a small garden. These activities give us the chance to create, not for external validation, but simply for the joy of being in the moment. Creativity isn't about producing something perfect. It's about enjoying the process of self-expression and letting go of the need to perform. And let's not forget nature. Nature has a way of grounding us, reminding us of life's simplicity. A walk through the park, or a few minutes sitting under a tree can reconnect us to the world around us. There's something about being outdoors that clears our mind and fills us with a sense of calm. It's like nature speaks directly to our soul, offering us a break from the noise of daily life. Nature teaches us to slow down and just be, without expectation, without rush. The key to relaxation isn't about escaping from our responsibilities or pretending that everything is perfect. It's about finding balance, giving ourselves permission to step back and enjoy the simple joys of life. When we make time for relaxation, we're making time for ourselves. And in doing so, we're able to return to our tasks with a fresh perspective, a clear mind, and a deeper sense of purpose. Remember, life isn't just about accomplishing tasks or ticking off boxes. It's also about enjoying the journey, savoring the moments that make life meaningful. So don't wait for the perfect moment to relax. Make it a part of your daily routine, no matter how small the activity may be. Whether it's a 5-minute break or an afternoon in nature, find joy in those moments of stillness. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." Let relaxation be that retreat, the place where you rediscover your inner peace and prepare yourself to face the challenges ahead with calm and clarity. 8. Deepen your spiritual connection. Have you ever felt like there's something missing, like there's a part of you that's disconnected from the world, even when everything around you seems perfect? In today's fast-paced, achievement-oriented world, we often forget to check in with ourselves at a deeper level. We're so focused on our work, our goals, and our to-do list that we overlook the quiet, soulful side of life that connects us to something greater. But what if the key to feeling truly fulfilled doesn't lie in external accomplishments, but in the depth of our spiritual connection? What if, by nurturing that inner connection, we could find the peace and purpose we've been searching for all along? Stoicism reminds us that our true source of strength doesn't come from external circumstances, but from within, from our ability to connect with our inner self and to something greater than ourselves. The world can often feel overwhelming, and it's easy to get lost in the noise. But when we take time to nurture our spiritual side, we create a space of calm and clarity that allows us to navigate life with a deeper sense of purpose. This is where the practice of stillness comes in. In a world that's constantly moving, taking time to be still is a revolutionary act. It's in these moments of quiet reflection that we connect with our true essence. So how do we deepen our spiritual connection? It starts with creating space for silence and solitude. Whether it's throughout meditation, prayer, or simply sitting quietly for a few minutes, these moments of stillness allow us to step away from the busyness of life and reconnect with what truly matters. Imagine a calm lake, its surface perfectly still,